Welcome. This is our 30-minute Vinyasa practice. I hope everyone is doing well today. Go ahead and find a place on your mat. A nice seated posture would be good. And once you get there, you can let your eyes close down. And just begin to feel into your breath. Feel the inhale and the exhale. I'm just going to take about 3 breaths to become present and to settle into our practice. And 1 more breath. Maybe that was 2. You can let your eyes gently open. Bring your hands to your knees, palms facing down. And if you're sitting in some way other than cross-legged, just bring your hands down, maybe resting on the mat. Now look straight forward, sit up nice and tall, let your shoulders come back and down. And now we're going to begin with gentle movement. Just begin to open up all the muscles and all the various joints in the body. So look to your left gently, and then to the right, and then to the left, and then to the right. Back to center. Inhale, lift the chin, not too high, just lifting up, and then exhale and nodding, bringing the chin towards the chest. Do that a second time, lifting the chin and bringing it down towards the chest. Look straight forward now, the chin is level, and bring your right ear gently towards the right shoulder and left ear towards the left shoulder, sort of cocking your head from one side to the other. Second time there, and then last time over to the left. Back to center now. Now, bring your right shoulder down towards the mat, and then inhale, rise back up. So we're just creating a little C curve in the spine over to the left, and then to the right, and then to the left. And we're just going to kind of methodically move through all the motions that the various joints in the body can make. Now draw your navel in, round the spine forward just a little bit, and then inhale, come back up. Bring the hands behind you and lift your chest up, lift your chin, little back bend. And round forward, second time. And inhale and rise back up. Now a little back bend. And then release. Bring the arms out to a T, right hand down, left hand reaching over gently to the left. So not much of a stretch here. And inhale and back up. Left hand down, right hand reaching. And one more time on each side. And last one, left hand down, a right hand reaching. Now let's find a twist in the spine. Keep both hands on the knees and just twist to the right, and then back to center and twist to the left, and again to the right and to the left. Bring it back to center. Reach the arms out, palms facing up, bend the elbows. We're just noticing now a little movement in the elbows. Bring the arms out in front and gentle fists. Rotate the hands at the wrists and go around a couple of times one direction and then a couple times the other. Now reach the arms out. Just play with the fingers a little bit. Just let them dance. Now swing the arms. Go around a couple of times one way and then a couple of times the other. Just starting to awaken all those muscles in the shoulders. And then come back to a reclining, or come down to a reclining posture on your elbows. So the elbows are pretty much right below the knees. And then pick your left foot up off the mat so the left knee is over the left hip. Straighten the left leg, and then bend, and straighten, and bend. Let's do it one more time. Straighten, and bend. Now bring that right knee, or left knee rather, across the body and over to the other side. And then straighten the leg, push the foot away from you. Bend the left knee, reach it off to the left and then towards the left shoulder. We're going to go around 3 times, just one direction, making big giant circles with that left knee. And then finish by bringing the knee back to center, straighten the leg a little bit, and rotate the foot at the left ankle. That's good. Bring the foot down now and bend the right knee. Bring the knee across the body. We'll just do it in a little different order this time, and then off to the right, and then towards the right shoulder, and then off to the left. Twice more around. Just starting to create some motion in that hip, and then straighten the right leg and bend, and straighten, and bend, and one more time, straighten. Keep it straight, and then rotate the foot at the ankle. Just go around a few times. If you feel like going back the other direction, feel free to do that as well. When you're done, bring the foot down, and let's now come back to a seat. Once you're seated, you're going to find a little stretch now. Reach the arms up and overhead. Interlace the fingers, invert the palms, and stretch the palms towards the sky. Draw your navel in, then take a little bit of a bend to the right, pressing through the palms, and then back to center. Press the palms high, and then a little bend to the left, and back to center. One more time on each side, bending to the right, and back to center, and bending to the left. Reach up through the palms, and then bring the hands down. Keep the arms straight. Keep pressing through the palms. Maybe feel a stretch in the shoulders. See if you can bring the hands down towards the mat. Now lean forward. Keep your spine long. Press the palms into the mat. Lift your chin up. Reach your tailbone towards the back of your space. And then slowly come back up. Reach the arms high again. And then with the fingers still interlaced, bring the hands to the back of the head. Bring your right elbow down. Reach your left elbow up. And then inhale, rise back up. And left elbow down, right elbow up. You should probably start to feel a stretch now in the side body. We're going to go through that one more time on each side. Left elbow high, right elbow pulling down. And inhale back up. And now pull the left elbow down and reach with the right. Inhale, come back to center. Bring the arms out to a T. Take a twist to your left and bring your right hand to your left knee. Breathe in deeply, and then on the exhale, twist and look over your left shoulder. Let it go. Back to center, and then over to the other side, left hand to right knee. Breathe in deeply so your spine gets long, and then exhale. And just enjoy that gentle twist, not too much. Don't force it. And then bring it all back to center. Good job. Hands back to knees, bend the elbows, bring your forehead down towards the mat. Nice deep forward fold. Maybe touch the forehead to the mat. On an inhale, rise back up. This time bring your hands behind you. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. And press the palms into the mat. And maybe your pinky fingers can almost touch one another. Now pull your shoulder blades together. And then on an inhale, lift your chin. Bring the weight into the hands. And then as you exhale, lean forward, so you'll notice the weight come off the hands. Let your arms float up and overhead. And as you exhale, bring your hands to the knees. And we're going to round forward one more time. Maybe bring the forehead to the mat, and then inhale, rise up, and bring the hands behind you. Last time here, bring the shoulder blades together, and then lift your chin. Press your chest up towards the sky. There's weight in those hands. Now lean forward, feel the weight come out of the hands. Reach the arms up and overhead. Then as you exhale, roll over the knees, and let's come to table pose. Once you're in table pose, find your alignment. Make sure that your knees are more or less right under your hips and your hands pretty much under your shoulders. That means that the hands are about shoulder width apart. Now inhale and drop your belly, lift your chin as we come into cow pose. And then exhale to cat pose by pressing your hands into the mat and lifting your navel up towards the sky. Do that again. Inhale to cow pose, dropping your belly and lifting your chin. And exhale into cat pose. We're going to do it 3 more times. Inhaling to cow for a total of 5, and exhale to cat. Deepen your inhale. Cow. And exhale to cat. Go through it one more time. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. And then come back to a neutral spine. Once you're there, right foot steps forward. Press into the right foot and reach the arms up and overhead, coming into a low crescent lunge. Press the right knee forward. Think about pressing your hips towards your right heel and at the same time reaching up through the wrists. That's it. Bring the hands down now and step that right knee back so it meets the left knee. Now press your hips to the right and then to the left. Do that again. Press the hips to the right and to the left. And one more time, press the hips to the right. I'm getting into kind of a rhythm with this. And to the left, and then bring it back to center. Now step your left foot forward. So the foot comes between the hands, and press into the left foot and rise up to our low crescent lunge, second side. Keep reaching through the wrists so you're lengthening the upper body. Maybe feeling a stretch in the shoulders and armpits. And at the same time, press your hips towards your left heel. Maybe feel that stretch in the hip on the left side. Maybe the hip flexor muscles at the top of the right leg. Bring the hands down now. And then step your left knee back. We've come back to table pose. Now I want you to walk your hands forward about 5 or 6 inches. And then press the hips to the right. We're going to make some circles now with the hips. And bring the weight forward. And then to the left. And then back. Stretch it out. We're going to go around just 3 times. One direction. And then we're going to come back to center. And once you're there, press your hips all the way back towards your heels. Keep the hands where they were. So you start to feel a nice stretch in the shoulders and the armpits. On an inhale, glide forward with the hips. Then drop them down and bring your gaze up so you're looking straight forward. And then do that again. Press back towards child's pose, but keep the knees where they are. The knees do not need to come apart in this flow. And then glide forward and drop the hips down. Lift your gaze, pull the shoulder blades a little closer together on the back. And let's go through that one more time. Pressing back towards child's pose. And then gliding it all forward. Once you're there, pause. Press your hands into the mat. Let your shoulders rise up. And now look over your left shoulder towards your left foot. And then back to center and over the right shoulder towards the right foot. Back to center. Now tuck your toes and bring your hips up into downward facing dog. Boy, the back of my legs feel really tight. So I'm going to bend my knees, and that allows me to lengthen my spine. Notice how I did that. So when my knees are straight here, I'm rounding the lower back quite a bit. But if I bend the knees, I can reach my tailbone towards the top of the wall behind me and press my hands into the mat. So lengthening the upper body all the way from the fingertips to the tailbone. Now on an inhale, I'm going to reach my right leg up and then step the right foot forward so it comes between the hands. Leave the left hand on the mat and reach the right hand high into a lunge twist. And then bring the right hand down inside that right foot and reach the left hand up into a revolved lunge twist. From there, spin the left heel to the mat, anchor into the pinky toe of the left foot, keep your right knee bent, and rise to our very first Warrior Two. Bring your gaze forward so you're looking over your extended right hand. And now a reverse warrior. Bring your left hand down to the back of the left leg. Reach up and over with the right hand. Keep pressing the right knee forward. So if you straighten your right knee, you're going to take a lot of that stretch out of the pose. But if I keep pressing my right knee forward, then I'm feeling a lot of engagement in the quadricep of the right leg. Now the arms come out to a T. Straighten the right leg and reach the right hand up and back. This is a reverse triangle pose. And then back to Warrior Two and extended side angle pose. Reach through the left hand now. Stay anchored in the pinky toe of the left foot. Stretch it out. Now rise back to Warrior Two. And then bring your hands down on either side of the right foot. Come up onto the ball of the left foot. Right foot steps back to plank pose. Take a moment in plank. Take a deep breath. And then flow through a vinyasa. Upward facing dog. And when you're ready, find downward facing dog. You can pedal it out here a little bit if you like in downward dog, bending one knee and then the other. Pressing the opposite heel down towards the mat. By that I mean the heel of the leg you're straightening. Do that another 1 or 2 times. And then pause, press your hands into the mat, lengthen the spine, And on an inhale, come up on the toes, keep reaching your tailbone up and back, and then press the heels down towards the mat. Do that one more time. Inhale up on the toes, keep the spine long, and then press the heels down towards the mat. On an inhale, reach your left leg up, and then step the left foot forward so it comes between the hands. Right hand stays on the mat, left hand reaches up as we come to a lunge twist. Now the left hand comes down. Remember that comes inside the left foot, and reach the right hand high into a revolved lunge twist. And then spin your right heel to the mat and rise to Warrior Two. Gazes forward over the extended left hand, and the left knee is still bent, pointing forwards. Now reverse warrior. Reach the left hand up and back. Stretch it out. And then back to Warrior Two. Straighten the left leg and bring the right hand down. Reach with the left hand. Reverse triangle pose. And then back to Warrior Two. And now extended side angle pose. Reach with the right hand. Your gaze is right off to the side. Keep your gaze pretty level here. Let's rise back to Warrior Two. And then bring the hands down on either side of that left foot. Step the left foot back to plank pose. Take a breath in plank. And then flow through a vinyasa. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Good job. Stretch it out now. Press the heels down towards the mat. On an inhale, reach the right leg up. And then step the right foot all the way forward so it comes between the hands. And it's going to follow now. Standing forward fold. This is our very first time here in the practice this morning. Let your head drop down. Feel that nice stretch in the hamstrings. And if you like, bend your knees a little bit. Let your head get heavier. Let the head descend, moving towards the big toes. Now keep your chin on your chest and round your spine as you rise. Then once you come up, let your arms float up and overhead. Now interlace the fingers, point the index fingers. Bring your feet so they're about hip width apart, maybe a little bit more than that. Keep reaching up through the index fingers, extending. And now take a bend to the right. More weight in your left foot than your right foot. Inhale back to center. Keep the core engaged and over to the other side. Now the weight's more in the right foot than the left. Inhale back up and to the other side. And one more time, reach up and over to the other side. Good job. Reach up through the index fingers and then release the hands. Now swan dive, forward fold, and come to a half lift this time. Ardha Uttanasana is the name of the pose. And then exhale and let your head drop down. Chin on chest, round the spine as you rise. Let your arms float up. And then exhale and bring your hands to heart center. Press the palms together. Now with the feet about hip width apart, bring the arms out to a T. Come down halfway only. Keep your spine nice and long. Both legs are straight. Bring the weight into the front of the feet a little bit more so your heels begin to float. Now bend the right knee quite a bit. Bring the right hand down. Press it into the mat right below your face. And then reach your left hand up. The left knee is still nice and straight. The left hip is way up above the right hip. So we're creating a nice standing twist. And now to the other side, pick the right hand up, rotate the left hand down, bend the left knee, right leg is straight. Reach up with the right hand. Now, straighten both legs, arms come out to a T. Interlace the fingers this time, reach the knuckles towards the sky, bring your weight forward, let your head drop down. The knees can bend. Reach up even higher, let your head get even heavier. Now press into the front of the feet, heels slowly floating. I guess heels don't slowly float, but slowly rise back up. Take a deep breath. Now press your knuckles down towards your heels, and then release the hands. Let them float all the way up, and exhale, and bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath. Now hinge at the hips and fold forward. Half lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank pose. Flow through Vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga into upward facing dog. Squeeze your glutes towards one another. And then downward facing dog. Bend the knees, take a hop. Feet end up between your hands. Let your head drop down. Arms come out to a T. Press into the front of the feet and rise. Nice and slow. Reach your arms high. And then to heart center. On an inhale, reach up and back. Palms face up. Gaze up, maybe back. Now reach high. And fold forward. Half lift. Exhale, let your head drop down. Jump or step back. Plank pose. Take a breath. And flow through Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Take a hop. Let your head drop down. Arms out to a T. Press into the front of the feet. And rise. Reach up high. And exhale, bringing the hands to heart center. Leave them there. Hinge at the hips. And fold forward. Come to a half lift. Step or jump back. Plank pose. Flow through Vinyasa, upward dog. And downward facing dog. On an inhale, reach your right leg up. Find three-legged dog. Open the hips to the right. Take a breath. Maybe lift that right knee up a little higher. Now level the hips off and step the right foot forward so it comes between the hands. Bring the left knee to the mat and reach the arms high. Low crescent lunge. If you'd prefer, you can do a high crescent lunge here with that left knee off the mat and the left leg straight. Now bring your arms out to a T. Take a twist to the right. Left elbow to right knee. The palms join together. Keep the palms together. Press into the right foot and rise. You'll feel that in the core, particularly the abdominal muscles. Arms reach high. And then bring the hands down. Tuck your toes. Left knee off the mat. Right foot steps back. Plank pose. Take a breath. And two more. And one more. Now side plank. Roll over on the pinky toe side of the right foot. Right hand is down. Left hand reaches up or forward. You can pick the left foot up if you want. Release the foot. Release the hand. Let's go to the other side. Left hand down, side plank. We're over on the pinky toe of that left foot. The right hand can reach forward. The right foot maybe lifts up if you want. Release the foot. Release the hand. Let's flow through a Vinyasa. Upward dog. And downward dog. Whew. Take a big deep breath. You guys are tiring me out this morning. On an inhale, left leg rises, three-legged dog. Open the hips to the left. One more breath. Level your hips off now. Step the left foot forward so it comes between the hands. Right knee is down. Untuck the toes on the right foot. Rise, low crescent lunge. And if you are in a high crescent lunge on the other side, feel free to do that on this side as well. Arms out to a T. Take your twist to the right, or left rather. Bring the palms together. Right elbow down, left elbow up. Take a breath. Now press into the right foot. Keep the palms together as we come back to center. Reach up high, and then bring the hands down. Tuck the toes, bring the right knee off the mat. Left foot steps back. Plank pose. Take a breath. And two more. Good job. One more. Now, flow through a Vinyasa. This will be our final Vinyasa of this morning's practice. And then downward facing dog. Bend your knees and take a nice hop. So your feet end up eventually between your hands. Let your head get heavier than it's gotten so far. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the legs. Bend the knees if you want. Maybe even a little more. And then rise to chair pose. Bringing the weight into the heels. Relax your midsection a little bit in chair and lift your gaze up. So you're looking straight forward. And then bend the knees. Bring the hands out now, palms face down. Bend the knees a little more. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bend the knees even more. And last one, big deep breath, and exhale. Come all the way down to a seat. Once you're seated, bring your hands to the back of the knees. Let's find a supported half boat pose. A couple of breaths here. Release the hands. Keep the legs right where they were, palms face forward. Take a deep breath in now, and on the exhale, straighten the legs if you can. Coming into a full boat pose. And breathe. 3 breaths now. Deep breath in. And out. And another deep breath in. And out. One more. Stay in the pose if you can. Whoa, I almost fell over backwards. As you exhale, bend your knees. Bring the hands to the pinky toe side of the feet. Your knees come apart a little bit, and then slowly roll down to your back into happy baby pose. Once you're there, hug your knees towards the armpits, soles of the feet reaching to the sky. Let your tailbone drop down a little bit. And then release it. Release the feet up to the sky. Bring your hands down by your side. I'm going to change my position on the mat a little bit so my head is actually on the mat. See if you can bring your heels so they're right over your hips. Press up through the heels. Feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs. And now bend the knees. Soles of the feet come to the mat. Let's do bridge pose. Press your feet into the mat. Let your hips rise up into a little bit of a back bend. Draw your shoulder blades together on the back. 3 more breaths. Good job. 2 more. And 1 more. After the exhale, slowly let your hips or your tailbone come all the way down to the mat. Once the tailbone lands, hug the knees in towards your chest. And then release. Bring the feet back down to the mat. Bring your left ankle to your right knee. We're going to do a supine figure 4. Interlace the fingers behind the right leg. And press that left knee away using the strength of your left leg to do that. Just notice where you feel the stretch. And let it go. Let's go to the other side. Bring the right ankle to the left knee. Interlace the fingers behind that left leg. And then press the right knee away, using the strength you have in that right leg. And let it go. Bring the arms out to a T, supine twist now. Let the knees fall to the left. Try and keep the knees together. And your right hip, you notice, has come up above the mat. Bring your gaze over to the right. Relax the back of both shoulders so that they're resting on the mat. And back to center. And let the knees fall to the right now. Your gaze shifts to the left. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it all go. Do that again, a big deep breath. And let it go. Let your knees float back to center. Now bring your hands to the knees, right below the knees actually. Hug the knees into your chest and just rock and roll forward and back. Just a nice little gentle massage of the tailbone and the low back. And then eventually rock yourself all the way to a seat. And once you're seated, find a cross-legged posture. Bring the hands to the knees. Breathe in deeply. Let your spine get really long as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, take a twist to the left. Bring the right hand to the left knee. Bring your left hand down behind you. Now breathe in deeply and exhale and try and relax into the twist. Particularly relaxing the mid part of the body, the abdominal muscles and the low back muscles. Do that one more time. A deep breath in and exhale into the twist. And then let it go. Back to center. Our last posture, twisting the other way. Left hand to right knee. Right hand is down behind you. Breathe in deeply. Draw the navel in a little. And exhale, releasing into the twist. Just soften into it. Surrender. And let it go. Let it all come back to center. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in, and then a big open mouth exhale. Let's do that one more time. A big deep breath in, and open mouth exhale. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. What a great way to meet the day. Join me as we offer loving kindness. May you be happy and well, and may you be safe. May you be peaceful, and may you be at ease. Namaste.